Alright, what's going on everyone? And today we're playing a deck that I think most people sort of forgot about. This used to be kind of a pretty good tier 1, tier 2-ish deck that kind of fell off the map. So today we're going to look at it and see if this is still playable, see if this is still good, because it seems like it would be. The idea here is it's a landfall deck. We just care about lands entering the battlefield. So we have Akum Hellhound has landfall. Whenever a land enters, it gets +2/+2. So it's potentially a 1 mana 2/3. We have Brushfire Elemental, has haste, 2 mana 1/1, but it gets +2/+2 when we play a land. So it's a 2 mana 3/3 haste, also difficult to block, which is pretty good. We also have Skyblade Geopede, 3 mana 3/1 trample, not good until we play a land, and then it becomes a 5/3 with trample for 3. So that's pretty good. So the idea, of course, we're just playing lands. Also, Kazandu Mammoth, 3 mana 3/3, but if we play a land, it gets +2/+2, so it becomes a 5/5 for 3. So all of our stuff gets very big so long as we play lands. The issue is, how do you play a land every turn to take advantage of this? And we have a few ways to do that. In addition to just playing lands naturally, we have Cleansing Wildfire. We destroy a land, and then the controller gets to search their library for a new one, and we can target our own land with that. Like we can pay to, blow up our land, search our deck for another land, put it into play tapped. That triggers all of our stuff. Also draws a card so it replaces itself. Dire Strain Rampage is particularly crazy. 3 mana, you can destroy an artifact, enchantment, or a land. And if we destroy a land, its controller gets to search their library for up to 2 basic lands and put them onto the battlefield tapped. So once again, we target our own land and we get to search for 2 lands, and it has flashback so it can be cast twice. We also have Spirit of the Altar Guard. It searches for lands and also gets bigger the more lands we have. We have Ashaya, which will have power and toughness equal to our land count, but also turns all of our creatures into lands. So if we top deck an Akum Hellhound, it's going to be a land. It's going to count as a land and trigger all of our other stuff. If we have Ashaya, Ronin 7 also loves lands. It finds lands with its +1 ability. The 0 lets us put tons of lands into play, can make all of our stuff explosively big, and it also creates tree folk tokens that are equal to our land count. We also have an alternate win condition with Scoo Swarm, which you've probably seen it, puts tokens into play when we play lands. And yeah, that's it. That's the idea, is we're just playing lands and trying to take advantage of it. We have some burn spells and stuff, some removal. We have a Lotus Cobra as well. But, it's a landfall deck. This deck hasn't been popular. Let's try to find out why. We'll play this in ranked, see if it's still good. Alright, Gruul Landfall. Let's see why people haven't been playing this. Maybe the deck's bad. I haven't actually played it yet, but we'll see. We'll see if it's good. It seems fine. We've got Scoot Swarm. Spirit's decent. We got an aggressive start with this Hellhound. Seems okay. I think what we don't want to see is Mono Green Stompy. I think that's our worst matchup, potentially. Portable Hole is pretty good, but honestly, I'd rather them hit that than Lotus Cobra, I think. So I guess that's fine. We'll play this, play Lotus Cobra. Because now we get this on turn 3. We play this, get an extra mana, play this, potentially. And this is much better against mono white aggro, I think. They could have Brutal Cathars. That's something to consider. 2 Scoo Swarm seems pretty good too. So we'll get a green source, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Play this. Get a forest. Sure. No attacks. So we'll get a Kazandu Mammoth next turn as well. Or a Scoo Swarm if I want. Usher of the Fallen is fine. Hopeful Initiate also fine. Sure, I will block the 3/3. There's a burn spell. So am I playing Scoo Swarm this turn or not? I guess I can. Play Scoo Swarm. Play this. Get a token and a red source. Play Royal Eruption. Kill the monk. No attacks. So now we have chump blockers. We have another Scoo Swarm. We might need to play this as a land if we don't draw any, but I guess that's okay. The Scoo Swarms will be good enough if we can just get the 6 lands. Redain. We do draw land, so that's pretty good. I still don't trust that I'm going to draw another land, so I think I just play this. Play this. Get a couple tokens. I'm not going to play this. I might play this as a land. Because next turn we get 6 lands and these start doubling. Instead of just producing these 1/1 tokens. So that's ideal. That's what I want. Like, this 3/3 isn't worth it compared to just having more Scoot Swarms. Maybe we just block like so. Sure. I'd like to see a snow land though, so I do get the snow land. That's nice. So we play this. Now Scoot Swarms start doubling. I'm still not going to play the Mammoth. So every time we play lands, every time we draw a land, like we can't draw poorly now. If we draw a land, Scoot Swarms get crazier. If we draw a creature or something, that's fine too. If we draw like Dire Street Rampage, that's just kind of crazy. Alright, we'll block here. Sure. Skyclave Apparition, what's that going to take? Spirit? Alright. Oh my god. Another Scoot Swarm. Play this as a land. Get a million triggers. Sure. I really want Dire Street Rampage. Is that what it's called? Whatever it is. Is it worth attacking at this point? Probably not. We'll wait one more turn. We really want, yeah, Dire Street Rampage. Or whatever it's called. Would be so good. Cave of the Frost Dragon. We might just lose to this flying stuff, though. That's a big problem. Ren and 7 would be great. Give us some tokens. Some flying tokens to block these flyers. We're down to 9. Well, that's another land. Get a million more tokens. And we definitely got to start attacking. Don't have time to wait around. So we will attack like so. We still have 10 blockers, so they're not getting through. It's fine. Alright, so opponent goes to 13. We've got 10 blockers. We can't block any of the flying. So we're taking 5, going to 4 no matter what. But we've got a ton of attackers next turn. They should attack for 2 because this has vigilance. They don't animate though because they realize they're in danger. We probably need to preserve our life total. So we'll just block one of these. I don't really know what I want at this point. Probably just another land or a Dire Street Rampage or whatever the other thing is. That's also fine. So we'll play that as a land. Get a million triggers. This allows us to attack. See, a common issue I see when people play Scoot Swarm decks is they get too greedy and don't want to attack. They just want to double and double and double, but you do gotta start pushing eventually. I'm going to attack with this Lotus Cobra. So we've got 15 blockers, so the only thing we can't block is the flying. They have 5 flying. This is fine. Yeah, they've got 5 flying damage next turn. So we're going to 2 no matter what, but we have enough blockers to block everything else. So the only danger is if they can give one of their other creatures flying. Otherwise, we just chump block everything and we're fine. Alright, well, they go to 2. We've got 15 blockers. We're probably going to go to 2 as well. But then they're dead, I think. And they concede. Well, that's the best deck in Standard right now. One of the highest win rate, most popular decks. And we got there against it. Scoot Swarm was pretty important. But I mean, hey, that's a win. Alright, this looks fantastic. And we're going first. That's nice. So we get the Brushfire Elemental into Scoot Swarm or Lotus Cobra. Not sure what we're going to go with, but definitely playing this turn too. These sleeves are kind of fancy. Are these from the Mastery Pass thing? I think so. I might actually have those. Play Brushfire Elemental. Attack for 1. So if we draw like a 2-drop, we might Lotus Cobra. Get the extra mana to cast a 2-drop. But if we don't... Oh, we are playing against Dimir though, so I don't know if I want to run this Scoot Swarm out into a removal spell. Because Scoot Swarm isn't that great until we hit 6 lands. We have 6 lands, it starts doubling itself. Instead of just putting out these insect tokens. So probably play this, play a land, get +2/+2, This might get bounced or, actually, if it gets bounced, we want red. And they don't bounce it. At least not right away, which is unfortunate. But we'll attack for 3. If it gets bounced now, I'm just sad. It doesn't. They go to 16. Great. So I kind of want a top-end threat now. Siphon Insight. Like a Renin 7, a Shaya, Spirit of the Old Guard. All would be pretty good at this moment. Because they're not doing much. They might be looking for a land off of my deck. I think I just want to play that as a creature. So we'll play that. Play a land. Get some pumping. Add a red, or I should have added a green just in case they bounce the Brushfire Elemental. Whoops. Doesn't matter though. Alright, attack for 5. Opponent goes to 11. We're dealing a ton of damage next turn, so they gotta start playing removal. We're attacking for 10 next turn, so they need to kill the Mammoth probably. Sedgemoor Witch. Draw a land. I think we're just playing the land. I'll play Scoo Swarm next turn. Add whatever color. Considers fine. I'm not going to attack with Lotus Cobra now. But we'll attack with the Mammoth and the Elemental. Alright, attack with these. Sure. Go to 8. They gain a life, so go to 9. We'll pass, we'll play this next turn. We'll play it and play a land. Instantly double them. So they need 2 removal spells to get rid of both of them. Lotus Cobra, my Lotus Cobra. From the Siphon Insight. Another land. I'm not having any issue drawing lands, that's for sure. So I think we play a land. See if there's a counter spell. Counter spell here. They just haven't done much, so I assume there's gotta be counters and removal and board sweepers and stuff. I would assume. Nothing? Alright, well. So we got 2 Scoo Swarms. They divide by 0 my Mammoth. I can just recast it, so that's fine. And this Elemental can't be blocked by the stuff. It has to be blocked by the Sedgemoor Witch. So attack for 3. They can't block it with the small stuff. That's fine. They go to 6. And we'll just recast this. We have plenty of land, so it's fine. Field of Ruin is great. Please Field of Ruin my stuff. That actually helps me quite a bit. Mascot Exhibition is good. That does put a lot of power on the battlefield. But at this point, are we just trying to take over a Scoo Swarm? I think so. Oh my god. I just can't stop drawing lands, which is fine with this deck. But holy crap. Holy lands, man. I've got all the lands. Maybe we just attack for 5. It probably just trades with this 4/4. Although we could draw like a Dire Street Rampage or something. So maybe not. It's fine. Normally getting flooded on Arena is obnoxious, but with this deck it's fine. If you get annoyed by flood on Arena, this deck it's totally fine with getting flooded because we're super flooded. We've drawn 9 lands and 1, 2, 3, 4. We've drawn 9 lands and 4 non-lands, but that's good with this deck. Well, yeah, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've only drawn 4 non-lands and 9 lands. That's insane. But we're kind of okay with it. Like, the probability of that happening is very low, but that's typically... Oh, they're duress. Yeah, that's 2 lands, man. Like, the probability of getting this flooded is pretty low, but it happens, like, the majority of the time on Arena. So this deck is a good job of mitigating Arena's tendency to just give you all the lands. That's fine, I guess. If they attack, we probably take a lot of damage, but next turn we're getting a ton of Scoo Swarms. We're getting 4. A Dire Street Rampage off the top would be insane, though. Maybe I should be playing 4 of those. I think I'm only playing 2. But 4 might be nice. Also, maybe I should be playing Field of Ruin. I don't think I am, but oh my god, the lands, man. Holy lands. Holy freaking lands. 10 lands, 4 non-lands. It's like you get to a point where it's like, it's so improbable to keep drawing lands. But no, it keeps happening. Keeps happening. So we've got 14 lands and 45 cards left, and we'll probably keep drawing them. That's scary. It would be nice to have stuff to do this game, because we just don't ever get to do stuff, but whatever. We'll just keep making Scoo Swarms, I guess. Like an Ashaya would be cool. Ren would be cool. Brush Fire Elemental would not be cool. But whatever. We'll make a bunch of Scoot Swarms. We are getting to the point where I would almost consider attacking, though they do have these pests, so it's probably not worth it just yet. Probably wait one more turn. Wait one more turn and we'll start attacking next turn. Power Word Kill is fine. That Brush Fire Elemental wasn't doing much anyway. That's also fine, I guess. We still have 15 of them. We're gonna get 15 Scoot Swarms when we play this. I forgot that they're at 2 life. Could we have won already? We definitely win next turn if we attack all out, right? I forgot how low they were. Divide by 0 is fine. We definitely attack all out next turn because they're so low. I literally just forgot they had 2 life. There was probably a point where I could have attacked and killed them. I just wasn't paying attention to their life total. Well, we've got 14 attackers. They've got, what, 10, 11, 12. They have 14 blockers. But we'll play a land first and get 14 extra Scoot Swarms first. This is fine. Spirit of the Alder Guard is kind of cool, I guess. So we play a land, get 14 Scoot Swarms. And then we'll just play the second main phase, it's fine. We'll attack like so. They can just trade with their pests. Oh, they gain a million life, right? I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, they're just going to gain 14 life. I forgot these gained life when they died. Whoops. But it's fine. We're going to play this. We're going to get another land. We'll get 14 of these next turn. They can't keep up with my production of creatures. Do they have any more removal in the graveyard? 1. They have Divide by 0. Sure. They're going to gain 14, or however much it was. But we'll play Spirit of the Elder Guard. We will get a Forest. So this ensures that we get 14 more Scoot Swarms. This is why I like Spirit in this deck. It's a big beater. It's a standalone threat that also gets us lands for the Scoot Swarms and the landfall stuff. Alright, that's a lot of creatures, but I have more. Fading Hope, that's kind of okay. That just lets me get another land. Tax for 2, that's fine. Kazandu Mammoth. Do we play that as a creature? Probably, but we can wait. So we play this. Get a million Scoot Swarms. Sure. We'll play this. Get a land for next turn. And we will attack again, but not with the Lotus Cobra, just in case that's relevant. So they have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't count because they keep switching around. But they're going to take some damage, and they're definitely dead next turn. I guess the worry now is the Board Sweeper. Board Sweeper is no fun. They go to 7. And we'll just play this. Hope there's no Board Sweeper. There's no Board Sweeper, we're fine. Think we win. Once again because of Scoot Swarm. Fading Hope's fine. They keep bouncing that, but that just gives me more access to lands. So now we have lands for the next 2 turns. So that's fine. Duress will... that works. Alright, that's clever. Oh wait, right. I know what Duress does. I've only been playing that card for, you know, like 20 years. It's been a card since I first got into Magic, but it's fine. Siphon Insight. Sure. Duress. Okay. They're getting a pile of tokens again, but whatever. We've got a land drop trigger. It's going to give us 20 Scoot Swarms. They're not running out of gas, but it's like, man, they're having to do a lot just to stay alive. And meanwhile, we're at 14. They can't attack without dying. They have to leave their blockers back. Attack for 4? Kind of surprised by that, but okay. Royal Eruption. Does this deal damage to anything? Any target? Great. So we'll play this and we'll kill them. most likely. Get 20 triggers. Sure. And attack all out. I'll let this Lotus Cobra die at this point. This is dealing 5 to them. So I would say they're not guaranteed to be dead, because I don't know how much damage they're going to take. They're going to gain some life. They're going to gain 5. But it's a lot. And we can also just kill this this Leer if we want. No, they're just dead. Alright, well that works. They just die. Well, we also had 5 damage to the face, so that's nice. So, Scoo Swarm and Landfall. That's cool. Alright. Landfall time. This hand is slow. We are going first. It might be fine. These GOPs are okay. So we'll see. I haven't seen this pet in game. It was in the store like a month ago, but I've never actually seen it. Akum Hellhound is a turn late, but whatever, man. Whatever. It doesn't... Oh wait, I forgot. I have everyone muted. How do I disabled everyone. I'm sorry. It's still sleeping. Alright, whatever. Opponent played a 2-3. I think we just played GOP'd. We'll play GOP. Wait for Arena to catch up. No attacks. And next turn we can play this as a land. We can burn off this Root Grazer. Attack for 7. Opponent's also playing a rampy lands. Oh, they're playing Naya. Also, this land is super fancy. Alright, oh, we just draw a land. Well, that's nice. So we'll... Actually, do we want to play this so we can play Ren? I think so. We'll play this as a land. Get some pumping action. We'll burn this off. Attack for 7. Next turn we get Ren and 7. Get a 5/5 Tree Folk. And attack for 7 again. That seems good. Oh, no, don't attack for 7. Attack for 2. Another Rock Fall Veil is good. So we will play that. Get a landfall trigger. Play this. Minus this. Get a 5/5 if Arena unfreezes. Attack for 2. Looking pretty good. I might not play this next turn. Might play this, hold this for the following turn. Storm the Festival is good. It can whiff though. So hopefully the opponent whiffs. They do not whiff. They got like the best possible thing they could have gotten. So there's that. So I guess we're playing this. We are digging for lands. We got the lands. Ooh, we got that. That's kind of exciting for next turn. So we'll play this. I will offer to trade the Tree Folk because I'm getting some super crazy power next turn. They don't trade the Tree Folk, but that's fine. Okay. So next turn we get to play this Dire Strain. I was calling it Dire Strain Rampage. So I can pay 5, destroy a land. I'm getting 3 landfall triggers. Like, don't kill it. They're highlighting this. Don't kill that. It's going to be a 9 power trampler next turn if they don't kill it. Crewing's fine. I'll let Run and 7 die. Yeah, I don't care about it. I want to kill them next turn. The plan is just to kill them next turn. So no blocks. Goodbye, Run and 7. I got Dire Strain Rampage, which has a similar art to their Storm the Festival, kinda. No. My whole plan is ruined. So what are we doing now? I guess we play this. Do we still even do this? It doesn't do much. Whatever. You have to like manually tap because it'll sacrifice. I want to sacrifice one of the tapped ones, obviously. So we'll do this. You will get 2 lands. Get a couple triggers. Attack the opponent, actually. Yeah, attack the opponent. We might lose this one. Their removal was just too well timed, unfortunately. Sure. Okay. We're not dead, but like, they just had like the perfect removal right when they needed it. So, it's just kind of rough. We have all the lands, but we get flooded a lot with this deck, I've noticed. I mean, you get flooded on Arena all the time anyway, but like, man. If you want to draw like 40 lands per game, definitely play Landfall, or just any deck on Arena, really. If you want to do the absolutely impossible of drawing more lands than what your deck actually contains, you can do that on Arena. Somehow. Somehow it happens. Kind of wild. But yeah, this is fine. I think we lose. That's okay. It's not really. We definitely lose this, right? Like, how do we win? With the tree folk tokens and stuff? I don't think we do. So I think we're gonna pass here. Yeah, crew. Sure thing. They're crewing just to get these treasures from Magda. Ren and 7. Yep, they have a lot of power. Storm the festival. Could get them another Ren and 7. It does not. So that's fine. Cruise the chariot. Attacks for a bunch. Like, we don't have any board sweepers or anything, so it's like, I don't see how this is winnable at all. I think we take 15 though. We'll take 15 and try to win somehow this turn. Go to 1. We could top deck. Oh, there was the burn spell. We could have top decked the burn spell and won there, but we did not. Let's see how many lands are left in my deck, because I'm kind of curious. We've drawn like all of them. We still have a lot. Still have a lot of lands. But we lose. So that's okay. Yeah, our opponent just had like the perfect removal each time. Each time we were like, yes, we got this. They had a removal spell. Alright, so what are my thoughts on Gruul Landfall? So first off, this deck loves to be flooded, so it's well suited for Arena. You know, this deck wants lands, it always wants lands, it wants to play a ton of them. So naturally on Arena, where you draw lands at a higher rate than in paper and on Magic Online, this deck is well suited to perform better than it would on other platforms. What's bad about this deck, I think, it's vulnerable to board sweepers. We are not great off the top of the deck. That could be fixed with maybe more of this top end stuff. Maybe it's worth removing Spirit for a couple more of these. Maybe. Dire Strain Rampage was insane, and I felt like I wanted more of those as well. So it might be worth going down like these Cleansing Wildfires for at least one more of these, because this card's just insane in this deck. But we're vulnerable to board sweepers, and I think we might be a little bit weak to mono green aggro or mono green stompy. The problem with this deck compared to like mono white aggro is we're both very aggressive, or we're capable of being very aggressive, but mono white aggro can win when the board stalls by flying over the battlefield with like a Elite Spellbinder and Legion Angel and stuff like that. Whereas if the board stalls for us, our only hope is Scoot Swarm, and Scoot Swarm is very good. It does help us get around board stalls, but honestly I do kind of want more of this stuff, just so we're not totally reliant on just Scoot Swarm, because most of our wins came from Scoot Swarm, not so much Akum Hellhound, Brushfire Elemental, and Skyclave GOP. But overall, feels fine, feels decent, feels okay, feels like you can definitely play this if you want. And maybe it's not as good as Mono White Aggro or Black Control or Is It Spells or whatever, but it still feels pretty decent. So there you go, guys. Gruul Landfall. People forgot about it, but it's still playable. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.